Good morning, students. Today I'm going to start the new chapter, chapter number 6, multiple inheritance. And this is the first chapter of third module. So in the third module, you're going to study multiple inheritance and the association relationship. So two chapters are there in the third module. So today I'm starting the first chapter of third module, that is multiple inheritance. So my voice is audible, right? My voice is audible. Am I audible? Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible? Okay, so I'll continue. So chapter number 6 is the multiple inheritance. Today I'm going to start with the multiple inheritance, introduction to multiple inheritance and all. So first we'll, in brief, we'll see what are the topics you're going to study in this chapter. So in this chapter, you're going to study about, in the beginning, you're going to study about introduction to multiple inheritance, then the common misuse of multiple inheritance, a valid use of multiple inheritance. So here we are considering the examples for the misuse of multiple inheritance and valid use of multiple inheritance. Next, you're going to study about accidental complexity in languages that do not support multiple inheritance. And here in section 6.5, you are going to study about frameworks that incorporate multiple inheritance, the use of multiple inheritance in the design of mixins, DAG multiple inheritance, accidental multiple inheritance via poor implementation of uh, optional containment. So these are the topics you are going to study in this chapter. So first we'll start with multiple inheritance. So here you're studying the basic introduction to multiple inheritance. What is multiple inheritance? You already studied inheritance in the previous chapter, right? Remembering? Hmm? Tell me yes or no, whether you studied inheritance or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what is that? What is inheritance? So if you know the inheritance, then we can move on to multiple inheritance. Can anybody tell me what is the inheritance?
Inheriting the object or a property from an base class
Yes, inheriting the properties and
or a behavior.
yes, inheriting the properties or the behaviors from the base class is called as the inheritance. And here you are going to study about the multiple inheritance. So what is multiple inheritance? How it differs from the single inheritance? So previously or in the previous chapter, you have studied the single inheritance. Today you are going to study about the multiple inheritance. So first we'll see the what is multiple inheritance, then how it differs from single inheritance. Okay. So what is multiple inheritance? So multiple inheritance is the ability for a class to directly inherit from more than one base class. So see here in the multiple inheritance, the class will inherit from more than one base class. Then such relationship is said to be multiple inheritance. So what happens in the previous chapter that there you studied single inheritance. So in the single inheritance, the derived class will inherit the properties from a single base class, right? So there the derived class inherit the properties from the single base class. But in the multiple inheritance, the derived class will inherit the properties or the behavior from more than one base class. Then such a relationship is said to be a multiple inheritance. Then how the multiple inheritance differs from the single inheritance? As the definition itself says that in the single inheritance, it inherits from a single base class, whereas in the multiple inheritance, inheritance takes place from multiple or more than one base class. Understood? So that is the difference between single inheritance and multiple inheritance. Single inheritance means inheriting from a single base class. Multiple inheritance means inheriting from more than one base class. Okay, clear? This is about the multiple inheritance. We'll see the heuristic for multiple inheritance. Heuristic 6.1, it says that if you have an example of multiple inheritance in your design, assume you have made a mistake and prove otherwise. So here we are basically concentrating on the multiple inheritance and the misuse of multiple inheritance. How the designers will misuse the multiple inheritance when they are implementing this multiple inheritance in their design. Okay, so here the heuristic 6.1 says that if you have an example of multiple inheritance in your design, assume you have made a mistake and prove otherwise. Means this heuristic says that if the in your design multiple inheritance is present, then it says that somewhere you have made the mistake, or if you're not done any mistake, then you have to prove that the you have used the correct multiple inheritance in a correct way. And this inheritance is not intended to brand the multiple inheritance as evil or even undesirable. Means here this heuristic, okay, this says that when you're using the multiple inheritance, it says that you have made the mistake, or if not, then you have to prove yourself, right? So, but this inheritance is not intended to brand the multiple inheritance as evil or even undesirable, but it means to emphasize the large level of multiple inheritance misuse that exist in many object oriented designs. So this is stressing upon the misuse of the inheritance. So this heuristic emphasizes or stressing upon the misuse of the multiple inheritance in many different object oriented designs. So when there is a lot of multiple inheritance in the design, then it leads to the mistake in the portion of the design. Okay, so if the designer has used lot of multiple inheritance in his design, then it may lead to the mistake in the portion of the design. Hence, wherever possible, the designer must avoid the more usage of the multiple inheritance. We'll see why the misuse occurs. That we'll see later. So here, this heuristic only concentrating on the avoiding the usage of multiple inheritance. If more multiple inheritance is used in the design, then it may lead to the mistake in the some portion of the design. We see the common misuse of multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance is misuse is so predominant in object-oriented designs, or it is more powerful. The misuse of the multiple inheritance is. So it makes sense to investigate the reasons for this misuse and see why it is dangerous. So here we are concentrating on the reasons for the misuse of the multiple inheritance, and if multiple inheritance misuse of the multiple inheritance exists, then how it may leads to the dangerous design. So that we'll discussing here. So for this, we are considering an example of the aircraft or airplane. Okay, so here we three classes are defined. One is the wings, second one is the fuselage, and third one is the cockpit. So three classes are defined, and we'll like to construct an aeroplane class from these three classes. Okay, so here aeroplane class is constructed from these three classes. Means airplane class becomes the derived class, whereas wings, fuselage, and cockpit becomes the base class. So by these three classes, wings, fuselage, and cockpit, we are going to construct an airplane class. And here we accomplished that we are using two different object-oriented constructs, and the airplane class will inherit the properties from the wings, fuselage, and cockpit, or it could contain them. So either airplane inherits the properties from the wings, fuselage, or cockpit, or the airplane class contains all these classes. Okay. So, as I said, the aeroplane may consisting of the wings, fuselage, or the cockpit, or it can inherit the properties from those three classes. But if we consider the wings, so these wings are made of aluminum and rivets. We can extrapolate our design to include them, because we need to know what from which material the wings are constructed. So here the wings are made of or constructed or developed from the aluminum and the rivets. So we are extrapolating our design to include these in the airplane class. See these two. This is an example for a multiple inheritance, and this is an example for a containment relationship. So as I said here, see the airplane, either the airplane class will inherit from these three classes, or the airplane class could contain all these three classes. So in the first, see these two designs. So first one is the design which uses the multiple inheritance. Here this is the design which uses the containment relationship. So so as I said, airplane is inheriting the properties from fuselage, wings, and cockpit, where the wings are constructed from the aluminum and rivets. See here, so the wings becomes the base class for airplane, and it becomes the derived class for aluminum and rivets. Okay, so this is an example for a multiple inheritance. Why it is the example for a multiple inheritance? See here, airplane class will inherit the properties from these three classes: fuselage, wings, and cockpit, whereas the wings class is inheriting from aluminum and rivets. So this is a better example for the air multiple inheritance. But here, if you consider this is design, so this is an example for containment relationship, because the airplane class itself contains these three classes, that is fuselage, cockpit, and wings, where wings class in turn contains the aluminum and rivets. So this airplane class is the this design is an example for the containment relationship, whereas this design is an example for multiple inheritance. So these are the two methods for designing an airplane. And so once these two are designed, we have to check which method is better, whether the multiple inheritance method is better or the containment relationship is better. So many designers will say that the use of the multiple inheritance is here. The use of multiple inheritance is wrong, because the airplanes are not special types of fuselages. Okay, so the some designers argues that so the use of the multiple inheritance is not correct here, because the airplane is not the special type of fuselage. Okay, then what is the difference between these two designs? It turns out that there is no difference in typical language implementation. So if we talk about uh, or talk in terms of implementation, then there is no difference in terms of implementation. But if you consider the design, in terms of design, then obviously there is a difference, because this is the multiple, the design which uses the multiple inheritance, whereas this is the design which uses the containment relationship. But in terms of implementation, there is no actual difference between these two. Okay, when we are talking about, or when we are talking in terms of implementation, so there is no difference. But the only difference in C++ is that the system names wings, fuselage, and cockpit objects in the first design, and the developer names them in the second design. So if we consider in this first design, who will names that, or who will give the name fuselage, wings, and cockpit? The system will give the name as fuselage, wings, and cockpit, whereas in the containment relationship, the developer names these classes fuselage, cockpit, and wings. That is in terms of C++, are the only difference in C++. Why? Because in this design, the system names the fuselage, wings, and cockpit objects, whereas in the second design, the developer names these objects fuselage, cockpit, and wings. Okay. Then if the data is same, if the data is same for airplane or fuselage or wings, cockpit, or aluminum rivets classes, or for this airplane class, Okay, then there must be a difference in the behavior of the airplane. Okay, then the difference must be in the behavior of the airplane. So if we consider that if the data is same, then there must be a difference in the behavior of the airplane. So if we consider here, two methods are defined, right? For airplane class, one is the fly and cast. So in this design also, we define two messages or methods, fly and cast, whereas in the airplane class, in the containment relationship also, we have defined two types of messages or the methods. One is the fly and other one is the cast. Then to which messages the airplane of the design respond, whether it is responding to the fly message or to the cast message. So this is the fundamental problem with using multiple inheritance to simulate the containment. See here, fly is there, cast is there, then for which message the airplane will respond first. That is the fundamental problem here when we are using the multiple inheritance. So the users of the multiple inheritance derived class, that is airplane, must know how it was implemented in order to use it. So since there are two messages are there, then we have constructed the derived class airplane, right? And this users of this airplane class must know how it was implemented in order to use that. So airplane implementation must be known to the user in order to use that airplane. So but this is an unnatural relationship and implies that airplane can perform any action that each of its pieces is able to perform. So based on its pieces, that is fuselage, wings or cockpit, the airplane can perform any operations or any function. And so when we talk in terms of black box or white box design, inheritance is a white box design construct, while containment is a black box design construct. Okay, inheritance leads to a white box design, whereas the containment relation is a black box design. And if the choice is given between the black box and white box design, normally the designers will always choose the black box construct or black box design in order to design for the given airplane systems. The C++ developers who claimed that multiple inheritance was corrupting their designs and their chances for creating reusable components were misusing multiple inheritance by using it in the place of containment relationship. So here, the developers of the C++, they claimed that the multiple inheritance is corrupting the design and their chances for creating the reusable components. So they claim that, or the C developers claim that the multiple inheritance is corrupting their designs and the chances of creating the reusable components. Because here the multiple inheritance is misused in place of the containment relationship. So they says that the developer says that here the multiple inheritance is misused and it is corrupting their developers or it is corrupting their designs and it is avoiding the chances of creating the reusable components. So this is about the misuse of the multiple inheritance. So here we are considering the example of the airplane. So why it is not correct? Because some of them says that airplanes are not special types of fuselage. Hence, this the method is not better or multiple inheritance is wrong here because they says that or they argues that airplanes are not the special type of fuselages. And as I said, there is a difference between the multiple inheritance and the containment relationship that I already explained, right? As most of the developers or the designers are stressing upon avoiding the more usage of multiple inheritance because it leads to the misuse and it corrupts the design, and it avoids the creation of reusable components. Okay, so this is about the misuse of multiple inheritance. There is a heuristic for this. Heuristic 6.2 says that whenever there is inheritance in an object-oriented design, ask yourself two questions. One is, am I a special type of the thing from which I am inheriting? Is the thing from which I am inheriting part of me? So we have to answer, or we have to ask these two questions when we are using the inheritance in our design. Okay. Here we are considering an example of a construction of airplane. So for this, following questions are asked. Is an airplane a special type of fuselage? So the answer is no, because it is not a special type of fuselage. Is fuselage is part of an airplane? Yes, fuselage is a part of an airplane. And is an airplane a special type of flying device? Yes, it is a special type of flying device. And is a flying device is part of an airplane? No, the flying device is not a part of an airplane. So we have to ask these questions and you have to find the answer. So for first question it is no, and for the next two questions it is yes, and for the last question it is no. So here, based on the question, the answer will be either yes or no, no or yes, respectively, right? So a yes to the first question means if the airplane is the special type of fuselage, and if the fuselage is not part of the airplane, then it leads to the inheritance relationship. See here, these following questions are asked, but here we are given the answer also, right? Is an airplane a special type of fuselage? No, it is not a specialized type of fuselage, and the fuselage is a part of airplane, right? If these two are no and yes, then we cannot use the inheritance relationship. But if the reverse is true, means if the airplane is a special type of fuselage and it is not the part of the airplane, then we can make use of the inheritance relationship there, or we can make use of the multiple inheritance there, right? So if yes to the first question, that is for this question, and no to the second question, implies this usage of the single inheritance, or it leads to the usage of single inheritance, or it leads to the usage of the inheritance. The opposite answers imply that containment is better choice. So for this, that is airplane is a special type of fuselage? No. And if the fuselage is a part of airplane? Yes. So if this is the condition, then we have to use the containment relationship rather than the inheritance relationship. And one more example, we are here given the example for accidental multiple inheritance. Let us consider the following statements with respect to with respect to the fruit. Here we are checking for the legal multiple inheritance. The following questions are given. Is an orange a special type of citrus fruit? Yes, orange is a special type of citrus fruit. And is a citrus fruit part of an orange? No, because it is not the part, it is the type of the fruit. Is an orange is a special type of food? Yes. Is a food part of an orange? No, because orange is different, food is different, right? Hence, the food cannot become the part of the orange, but orange is the part of the food, we can say. Okay, the reverse is true, but this is not. Is a food part of an orange is no, it is not the means orange is not the part of the food, but the reverse is true. Means um, orange is the part of the food, but food is not part of the orange. Okay. Is this a valid example for multiple inheritance? No, because citrus fruit is a special type of food. So citrus fruit is a special type of food. Hence, this when we construct the multiple inheritance for this, then it leads to the invalid one, because the citrus fruit is not a special type of food. If it is a special type of food, then can go for multiple inheritance. But here the citrus fruit is a special type of food, and so we cannot use the multiple inheritance there. But here the designers are accidentally detecting the transitivity of the inheritance relationship, and they are trying to model it as the multiple inheritance. Okay, so here this is the designer's problem, right? Accidentally the designers detecting the transitivity of the inheritance relationship and trying to model it as a multiple inheritance. And when that is the case, one more question we have to ask other than these two. So these two are given for this, right? Am I a special type of thing from which I am inheriting? Is the thing from which I am inheriting part of me? Along with these two questions, we have to know the answer for the third question. That is, always ask yourself a third question, that is, are any of my base classes derived classes of the other base classes? This says that are any of my base class are the derived classes of the other base classes. See here, if you consider this, if you consider this as the base class, suppose that this in the third question this says that if are my base classes are the derived classes for any other base classes. See, if you consider the class wings, wings is the base class for airplane, then here we have to check whether the wings becomes the derived class for any base class. Here it is yes, right? Wings becomes the derived class for aluminum and rivets, and it becomes the base class for the airplane class, right? So this question we have to answer. That is, always ask yourself a third question, that is, are we any of my class? Are any of my base classes derived classes of the other classes? Or it says that are any of my base classes are the derived classes of the other base classes? If the answer is yes, then you have to think of, right? See here, this is an example of accidental multiple inheritance. See here, orange is inherited from the citrus and the food, right? But here, this is the single inheritance. Here, food, sorry, the citrus derives from the food, whereas the orange is the derived class for the citrus class. Right. So this is an example for single inheritance, and this is an example for multiple inheritance. So here, accidentally, we are using the multiple inheritance. Why? See here, see this question. Orange is a special type of citrus fruit, and is citrus fruit part of an orange? No. Then is orange is a special type of fruit? It says, but food is not part of an orange, right? And is this a valid example for multiple inheritance? No. Why? They have given the reason that citrus fruit is a special type of food, so it cannot be inherited with the other classes. Yes, citrus is a special type of food. So hence, citrus is a special type of food, and orange is a type of citrus fruit. So this single inheritance looks good rather than the multiple inheritance. Why? In the multiple inheritance, orange is inheriting from the citrus as well as the food, but that is not the case. Why? Because citrus is the special type of food, and orange cannot directly inherit from that. Okay, so hence instead of multiple inheritance, we can go for single inheritance. So in the single inheritance, the citrus fruit will inherit from the food, as well as orange fruit is inheriting from the citrus class. So say here, this in the first design, it's an example for accidental multiple inheritance, because the users accidentally thinks that the in orange is inheriting from the citrus as well as the food class, but that is not the case. Why? Because citrus is the special type of food. Understood? So this is an example for multiple inheritance. We'll see the heuristic for this. So whenever you have found a multiple inheritance relationship in an object oriented design, be sure that no base class is actually a derived class of another base class. So here we have to consider the multiple inheritance relationship. So this says that we should be sure that the no base class is actually a derived class of another base class. So the base class should not be a derived class of another base class. So hierarchies that violate this heuristic have what is called as accidental multiple inheritance. So if this heuristic is violated, then we'll say that it leads to the, or it's an example of accidental multiple inheritance. Understood how it leads to the accidental multiple inheritance? And the example we have given, two examples are discussed here. One is for the airplane and other one is for the citrus fruit class, orange and food. Hello, one ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೆ. Okay. Next, we'll move on to the a valid use of multiple inheritance. Valid use of multiple inheritance. Following all of you, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So next we'll see the valid use of multiple inheritance. So in the previous topic you studied the misuse of multiple inheritance. So here you are going to study the valid use of multiple inheritance. Now you know the basics of multiple inheritance and what is multiple inheritance, right? If the class is derived from two or more base classes, then it leads to multiple inheritance, right? And when we say that the multiple inheritance that we are using is a valid one or not, so for that we are considering an example here. When we are using the multiple inheritance, a valid construction in the object-oriented design, and when we are using the multiple inheritance, this multiple inheritance is useful for capturing a relationship known as subtyping for combination. Okay, by using the multiple inheritance we can capture the relationship known as subtyping for combination, and this is used to define a new class that is actually a special type of two other classes, and those two base classes are from different domains. And here, see this example, we are defining a new class and it is a special type of two other classes where these two base classes are from different domains. So if you consider the wooden object, this is one domain and door is another domain. From these two, we are constructing the new derived class called as the wooden door. So this is a special type of the two other classes where these two other classes are from different domains. So if we consider the wooden object and other one is the door, okay, the two different classes. From these classes we are constructing the wooden door, and for the wooden object we have defined two methods, burn and split, whereas for the door we have defined three methods, open, close and ajar. Okay, ajar, right? We'll see this example in detail with by answering these questions. Is a wooden door is a special type of door? So here we have the wooden door. So first question is a wooden door is a special type of door? Since the wooden door is inheriting from the door, we can say that wooden door is a special type of door. Yes, the wooden door is a special type of door. Is a door part of the wooden door? No. Why? Because see here, the door is the base class and wooden door is the derived class. So hence, the door cannot become the part of wooden door. So is a door part of the wooden door? No. The door cannot become the part of the wooden door. Is a wooden door as a special type of wooden object? Yes. See here, wooden object is the base class. Since wooden door is inherited from that base class, hence we say that wooden door is a special type of wooden object. Yes, it is a special type of wooden object. A wooden door is a special type of wooden object. Yes. Is a wooden object part of the door? No, it is not part of the door, right? Because wooden object is the base class. From this class, wooden door is inherited. Hence, the wooden object cannot become the part of wooden door. Understood? A wooden door, wooden object is a part of the door? No. And the last one is a wooden object is a special type of door? No. Is a door is a special type of wooden object? No. Because these two are two different base classes. Hence, the wooden object cannot become the part of the door, or door cannot become the part of the wooden objects, because these two are the different classes. They cannot become the part of each other, right? So since this design satisfies all our heuristics, it is considered as the valid multiple inheritance. Why it is called as the valid multiple inheritance? Because we are constructing the derived class wooden door from two different base classes, and they are from two different domains. And if we use these two different classes of different domains, and if we construct the derived class, this is an example for a valid use of multiple inheritance. So this is a valid use of multiple inheritance. But in the previous case, we have considered the airplane, right? Airplane which is inheriting from fuselage, wings, and cockpit. This is not the valid use of multiple inheritance. Why? Because the airplane is not a special type of fuselage, right? Airplane is not a special type of fuselage, hence this is not the valid use of multiple inheritance here. But if you consider the construction of a wooden door from a wooden object and a door, then this leads to the valid use of multiple inheritance, because this satisfies all the heuristics 6.1, 6.2, like that. Okay, so since it satisfies all the heuristics, and it is considered as the valid use of multiple inheritance. We see the last topic of today's class: accidental complexity in languages that do not support multiple inheritance. So in the previous case, yes, what already studied what is accidental complexity, and if the accidental complexity is there, then that will not support the multiple inheritance. We'll see the same examples here. What would happen to the design if you were forced to implement it only by using the single inheritance? So here we use the multiple inheritance, right? Wooden door is constructed from wooden object and door. Here the multiple inheritance relationship is used. Suppose instead of multiple inheritance, if the single inheritance is used, if single inheritance is used, or if it is forced to use the single inheritance, what happens? See here, the door is constructed. So door is there, wooden object is there. So from these two, we are constructing the wooden door by using the door and wooden object. We are constructing the wooden door, right? But here the wooden object is inherited from the door, right? Door, wooden object is inherited from the door, and the wooden object contains the grind type and density, burn rate, etc. Here we use the single inheritance for the construction of wooden door. Here the designer is forced to contain all but one of the base classes and must provide delegation functions to these containing classes. See here we have the containing class. Wooden object is also a containing class, and this wooden object is having one more containing class called as the grain type and density, burn rate, right? And we should provide the delegation functions to these containing classes. But the problem with design is that when we add a new operation to the wooden object class, we must scan our design for any class that contain the wooden object. See here, whenever this is the wooden object class, whenever the new operation is defined for this wooden object class, then we have to check. We have to scan, or we have to check whether any class that contains the wooden object, and we have to check whether it is a true containment or simply the inheritance. See here, so here we use the single inheritance to construct the wooden door. Okay, and here the wooden object consisting of the containment relationships. The problem with the design is whenever new operation is defined for the wooden objects. Here for the wooden object, we have defined the burners plate, right? So if new one more operation is defined, then we have to check whether this wooden object is the present in some other classes. So we have to check the entire design for the presence of the wooden object. So we have to check the entire design that we have to check whether the other classes will contains the wooden object class or not, and after that we have to check for whether there is a presence of true containment relationship or the single inheritance relationship. So if it is a pseudo inheritance, we must add a delegation function to the containing class, which simply calls the function on the contained wooden object. So if this if single inheritance is there, then we have to add a delegation functions in the containing class. So if wooden object is the containing class, then we have to add the delegation function into that. Okay. So if the developer does not have multiple inheritance, uh, so he or she will get accidental complexity for these type of designs. So if here, since we are using only the single inheritance, no multiple inheritance is present. If that is the case, then it leads to the accidental complexity for such type of designs. Because see here, this is a design for wooden door where we use the single inheritance. If see here in this design, there is a absence of multiple inheritance. If multiple inheritance is not present, then it leads to the design with accidental complexity. Okay, and hence we say that multiple inheritance adds expressive power to the languages that implement it. So hence, if for in such cases we have to use multiple inheritance rather than the single inheritance. If the single inheritance is used, then it leads to the accidental complexity, and hence the multiple inheritance is better because it adds the expressive power to the languages that implement it. Okay, so this is about the accidental complexity. When the accidental complexity occurs, and here this is an example of a single inheritance. This leads to the accidental complexity that will not support the multiple inheritance. See here, the multiple inheritance is not supported here, hence it leads to the accidental complexity. So this is about the accidental complexity in languages that do not support the multiple inheritance. So these are the things that you have studied here. So we have started with the introduction to multiple inheritance. Then I explained the common misuse of multiple inheritance and valid use of multiple inheritance, and the accidental complexity in languages that do not support the multiple inheritance. So any doubt in today's class? Any doubt in multiple inheritance? Hmm?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And that you understood what is the misuse of multiple inheritance and accidental use of multiple inheritance and the valid use of multiple inheritance. Any doubt in this? Hmm?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If no doubt, then I'll conclude my class. From tomorrow, you will have this subject seminar topics. Uh, Tomorrow, Shilpa is giving the seminar. Okay, Shilpa, will you give it tomorrow?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So tomorrow my class is there at 10:45. In 10:45 class, you give the seminar. If possible, you can complete all four topics. If not, you can choose two topics and you can give it in two classes. Okay, Shilpa?
Okay, ma'am.
Mhm. Okay. Any doubt in today's class?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If, okay. Then I'll conclude my class. We'll meet tomorrow at 10:45. Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.